Good morning. John, Mike, Brad, Vince, Bearded Printer, what's up, bud? How's everyone today? Hope everybody's having a good one. Let's get some lights on. Oh, there we go. Lights, camera, action. Collie, what's up, bud? So, some updates since last we met. The E3NG, I've got a whole CAN bus situation figured out. When we flashed the octopus with katana, something in that flashing process went wrong. Yeah, reflashed the octopus board using Esoterical's guide, and we're good now. So yeah, I started building some config stuff. I installed BD sensor hardware, reflashed the tool head board because you got to reflash it again after. So we should be good along that lines. Started working on some config stuff. We've got more to do. I'm hopeful that maybe, just maybe, we can get this to the point where it's pushing plastic. There. CAN bus cables that tied off to the strain relief. Not Friday quite yet, bud, but we're getting there. JPP in the house. What's up, y'all? Luke, how's it going, man? How's business treating you? I need a drink. I'll bust out my Digital Dragon coffee mug. Or maybe not. I don't think this got very clean when it went through the dishwasher. We're gonna have to put that back through the dishwasher or something. Scrub it out by hand, something. That's good, man. I'm sure things will ramp up slowly. Running into a rough time of year for 3D printing for sure. Summer's a tricky one. So trash guys are outside. first maker meetup scheduled for March 1st. If you are in the region around North Carolina, that would definitely be a good one to go check out. Yeah, we are still having an issue with the E3NG with Klipper screen. Let me show you what we got here. So turn this on. Yeah, so extruders, the new extruders for the box turtle got released. So as you can see, we get the boot stuff, but then it'll go just to black. We're not getting Klipper screens to show up there. Beads, what's up? And I have to deal with this every single time I do a new printer, and every single time I forget what I did the last time. Stocking Khedive plates, nice. I've not checked out their plates yet. I need to, in the near future, get some new build plates for everything. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what we're dealing with, just black screen. But we do have the successful boot up on the Ender E3NG. I started working my way through the configs, but we don't have all of it yet. I'm just kind of modifying the config from RH. But let's go over here and we'll go to my GitHub. Sign in. Okay. Back we go. And let's go to all repositories.
Human error. Evolution.
Let's go to repositories. I didn't pack up. That should have it. Printer config. And then let's scroll down. Grab the multi-pin config. This is going to be for our 2 auxiliary fans. All right. And let's grab our notes. So This is going to be on PD12. And PD13. That's control for the two auxiliary fans. That way, when we go to control them, they just work in tandem. Then copy. Then we're going to put this in here. All right. And then we're going to go over here and find the shake tune. This is all the stuff to make it so that the M106 different commands work, from Orca Slicer to control the different fans. Okay, so chamber fan, auxiliary fan, regular fan. Hit save on that. All right. Your 3D print in the bathroom was successful? Why are you 3D printing in the bathroom? Yeah, I wish they'd fix their app too. It's hilarious because there's some things you can't do on the computer. You can only do it on the phone app, and then vice versa. And then there's some things you can't do in Studio. You got to do on the regular YouTube app. It's fucking retarded, man. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, there's a stream goal, raising money for tickets to be able to get out to Rocky Mountain, should you so choose. All right. Now, we need to go back up here to temperature. And we're going to do temperature underscore sensor build plate. Build underscore plate. Sensor underscore type And then that's going to be a generic 3950. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then we're going to do min underscore temp. And we're going to call that -10. Max underscore temp. We're going to call that 120. And this is enter sensor underscore pin. Mike. Mike. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. But at this point, now I'm starting to worry that your girlfriend's going to start hunting me down. That Sarah is going to hunt me down. Yeah, wowza. You are too kind, brother. Too kind. PF4. All right, I think I've formatted this right. Let's do a save and restart and see if it shows up or if I start getting errors. Let's do a reboot. Yeah. So, for those that weren't here last time, raising money to pay for airline tickets out to Rocky Mountain, get there Saturday morning, come back Sunday night. Basically, airline tickets, money for lunch and dinner on Saturday, you know? That's the goal. All right, it's complaining about my multi-pin. So let's go back down here to the fan section. And go back over here. How do I have this formatted? Okay. So I've got this as my fan, and I've got this as my multi-pin. my underscore multi underscore pin. Save and restart. Let's see. Did I misspell temperature? Oh, excuse me. I did. Save and restart. Okay, build plate, heat bed, and extruder are all reading right in the same neighborhood. Tells me that we're probably doing pretty good on that being accurate. Now, let's do some tests. Let's turn the fan on. See what happens. Something popped. I think that something flew out of the fans. So we've got air coming out. That works. Let's check our auxiliary fans. We've got a tornado of air going across the bed. So they are working. She's the scary one? All right. Well, you just told me who to be worried about. LTX, what's up? What else do I need to set up? I've done I do the electronics fans. Let's go back to PA8. I got those. I got the AB drives, the Z stepper. I got the bed, the end stops, the auxiliary cooling. Well, thermistor for the hot end, fans, cooling fans, X end stop. Got the BD sensor. That's all of our pins. So that should be an. Oh, we need to go and we need to find HGX. Like extruder. Klipper. So 9.5 to 1 gear ratio. Okay, here's what we need. Rotation 26.5. We need to go up here to extruder. We need to change this to 26.5. Nozzle diameter, filament diameter, minimum temp, maximum temp. .320. Minimum extrude temp, pressure, time. Shoot only distance, shoot only velocity. I'm not sure if this sense resistor is right. Let's go over to micron.local. I did not get it working through Katana. Katana seems like an awesome project, and I look forward to seeing it. Wait a minute. Why is my Micron heated up? That's not good. Why is my Micron hot? Ooh. I haven't printed anything on this in forever. It's got to be this stupid screen deciding to do something. Glad I came over to this printer. Printer config. Let's go down here to extruder. All right. So save and restart on this. I see it pushing plastic. Me too. Later, JPP. Later, John. All right, so let's move our stuff to the middle of the bed here. And then let's go over here to the Voron docks. Initial startup. Let's just let's go motor checks. So let's do stepper buzz for X. Paste. $5. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you and appreciated. Silly question. Does have to add 3 buttons on the screen? I bumped one once and my screen went black. Pushed it again and it came back. Yeah, it does. Luke with the 50 for Remurf. Thank you very much, bud. You guys are awesome. It does have the 3 buttons on the screen. None of them fix the issue. All right, let's see. Stepper bus, stepper X. Klipper state, Klipper disconnect, firmware. I got nothing. I got nothing. It means I did something wrong, folks. $10 bearded printer. Thank you and appreciate it, man. It's going to be so much fun. I won't lie. Okay. 100% facts here. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube channels Mentor Pilot and Pilot Debrief, which are like all about plane crashes. Yesterday I was watching a video about a plane crash that happened down in Kentucky in November where UPS flight crashed. It's just like, I'm getting on a plane. I have to talk to my doctor, have him give me some freaking drugs. I didn't know. I've been so during when I got COVID back in 21, and I was laid up for weeks. Man, that was a rough go. I've had COVID many times, but the first time was by far the worst time. And couldn't get off the couch, and I ended up watching a whole bunch of Mentor Pilot because I found that channel. Watching a whole bunch of Disney videos, like things about Disney World and stuff. So if you ever need to plan a trip to Disney, despite not having gone since I was 5, I'm probably the guy you want to talk to. But yeah, so I've watched them ever since, right? The old lady's terrified of flying, right? So she will never get on a plane. So I didn't think I'd ever end up on a plane again in my life, and here I am. So yeah. All right, let's figure out why. Let's do this. Let's try Stepper Buzz Y. And Stepper Y. Enter. I get a shutdown on that. So yeah, we need some config work apparently. Firmware restart. All right, let's go back over here. But no, nervous, but also really excited. Yeah, extremely excited. So, according to my notes, I've got my Z stepper is connected to stepper 0 for the octopus. So let's go to Big Tree Tech octopus. All right. And let's, no, that's not what I want. I want the GitHub. Okay, so here's our octopus. All right. Big Tree Tech. Nope. Let's go. Oh, you're not good. Firmware Klipper. All right. And let's go to the octopus config. All right, stepper 0. I do believe they are. We're gonna start by double checking these configs. So stepper 0 is the Z stepper. So we got PF13, PF12, PF14, micro steps 32, rotation distance 4. And then let's scroll down here. PC4. All right, now, according to my notes, the right stepper, which is stepper Y, is connected to motor 2, driver 2. That should be PF11, PG13, PG5, the end stop pin, PG12, I'm just double checking this. Then PC6. And then left stepper, stepper X, is connected to motor 3. PG4, PC1, enable pin is PA0. Right, and then end stop. PC7. All right. See what happens now. Maker Viking, how's it going? Okay, so now we're getting the same error on stepper X and stepper Y. Let's go over to what does it look like in here? Okay, I do have the diag pins defined over here. So let's save and restart. Working on Tinker Atlas some more. Nice, nice. All right, let's see what happens now. That's negative. Short to supply A, open line A. I think the wires are crossed. Okay. Firmware restart. Yeah, these are 2209s. I do not have funds for 5160s. All right. So let's minimize. Break it. Well, it started out broken into a whole bunch of pieces just randomly, you know. And now we're trying to put those pieces together to build a printer out of it. All right, so what we're gonna do is what I assume most likely, that the wires are not in the correct order. Swap the two middle ones. All right, there's one. Go get an X-Acto knife. Grab Mike's depinning tool while I'm over here. Bingo. Mike's depinning tool to the rescue. All right. Plug this one back in. Alex breaks everything, yeah. I don't know. I never ran it as the whatchamacallit. All right, let's try Stepper X again. That one worked. Why? That one needs to be reversed. Stepper Y. Direction pin. Save and restart. dashboard. Now that I'm thinking about this, I don't think we use the diag pin unless we're doing sensorless homing. Right, let's try this again. Stepper X. Stepper Y. Lovely. Let's try Z. Beautiful. They're all moving in a direction. Machine. Printer. End stop position 0. All right. Check. Let's check the end stop. So this is triggered, not triggered. Y, triggered, not triggered. BD sensor, triggered, not triggered. All of our sensors seem to be working. Should we try to home some stuff? Try to home X. Well, we're moving Y when we should be moving X. Wondering if when they say left and right, they mean from the back of the printer. Stepper bus X. Stepper bus Y. search this again. Cure for what? The TMC error, it just had to switch the 2 pins, the 2 wires in the middle of the stepper plug. All right, let's test stepper Y. All right. Home X. Lovely. Home Y. What screen is it on here? It's a HDMI Pi Big Tree Tech HDMI 5, one of the old ones. All right, this is saying that I had this right to begin with. Man, let's bring our bed back up some so it doesn't crash into stuff. Okay. Okay. Now, hey, look at that, it homed right. See what happens if I say to home Z. All right. Looks like it's gonna let me do the thing. So let's go over here. And let's home it for real, shall we? Voila! Yep, we broke it out. I need to make a little mount, put it on my din rail over here. We should do that live. Open Orca Slicer. So the NG is moving. We've got to test and make sure that it's extruding and stuff the right amount. So, but first we need to run a PID tune. So let's run copy, paste, run a PID tune on that. While it's doing that thing, new project. Let's add a primitive, add a cylinder. Be easier if I just go grab my calipers. Most meetings are, John. All right, let's see. On zero. We're at 13. So if I want walls that are, let's just do this to 20. 20 uniform scale. Now, turn that off because I want this taller. I want it to be 50 millimeters tall. Now, if I add a negative part, cylinder, okay, and I scale this to be 25 millimeters tall, 14 millimeters in diameter, and then I center this, grab this, and I bring this all the way up to the top. Beautiful. And then go in here, add a negative part, cylinder. I'm gonna make this 4 millimeters. Four by 4 by 50, just for shits and giggles. Grab this, center that. We have a rough cup for this. So let's go in here, add a negative part, negative cone, okay. Rotate it 180 degrees so it points down. Scale this to what did I make? The diameter is 14. Yeah. 14 tab, 14 tab. And then we'll make it 14. Shit. Why not? Center that. Took it too low, took it too low. There we go. We've got a cylinder this will fit in, and it's nice and tapered so that, you know, kind of guides it where it needs to go. Now we need to add a flat part to one side of this. So we need to add a part, add a cube, okay? Scale this, no, scale it. It's gonna be 50 millimeters tall. And then let's grab one of these DIN rail clips and see how wide it is, shall we? 10. Shit, this is a negative part. I need this to be add a part. Cube. 50, 10, 10. Okay, somehow that got way up in the air. Because this is moving it. 50 by 10 by 10. Cube. Let's center it. Let's move it backwards. Slice it. Let's see what it looks like. All right, and here's our little thingamabobber. Put this in, and then we'll acetone weld a DIN rail clip to it and attach it to our thing over here. Switch to the printer. Slice the plate. Lovely. Print. Upload. All right. There we go. Now we've made a little holder for this. We did it all in Orca Slicer. So if you're working and making simple things that you would make in Tinkercad otherwise, sometimes you can just make them in the slicer. Matter control, I've not. We're doing it in slicer because sometimes it's quicker and easier just to drop something in there and just move stuff around. Hit center, move it. Hit center, move it. I haven't got to read very much in a while. You have to send me a link. I'll check it out. All right. Let's do save_config. Now let's do a PID tune on the bed, shall we? I'm curious to see here how the bed temp compares to the top of the bed. All right, because we've got that thermistor on the top. Martin, I didn't see you come in. Sneaky. This is a ninja. Thanks, John. Simple things like that, it might be easier to do in Fusion or something if you know what the hell you're doing. But every time I go into Fusion, it's an exercise in learning. So sometimes for me, it's a lot faster and easier this way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I'll do it in Tinkercad because sometimes there's some alignment stuff that I need in Tinkercad that Slasher doesn't have. But some simple stuff like that is just so easy just to drop it and add a few primitives and go. While that's doing PID tuning on the bed, we'll load up some filament and get that holder going. What I like about this DIN rail on the workbench is it's easy to make something, just put a flat back on it and then acetone weld or gloop on a DIN rail clip and just snap it on there. Yeah, it was a great idea, Mike. For those that don't know, that was a Mike and Steven idea when they were here helping me prep for the NG build. And then Mike cut and brought me all the DIN rail for it. I've only got 3 pieces on here right now. And I've got two holders for bits for this screwdriver, for my electric screwdrivers. I've got a set of precision screwdrivers, ball and hexes, regular hexes, pliers, tweezers, flush cutters, another screwdriver, 2 solder stations, all just on 3 pieces of DIN rail. And then I made this, you guys can't see it, but it's just a slotted thing, and it's got holds Ethernet cables and extra power cable that hooks up to all the different stuff. The smart scales of circle or genius and idiot right next to each other. That's true. That is a fact for sure. Never heard it put that way, but yeah. So the build plate's not trailing as far behind the actual heater as I thought it would. Grab some filament here. Yeah, Luke, it's nice. And the nice thing about it too is so if this bench was sitting out here where it's supposed to, and I had half of it blocked off, so I couldn't see through it. Yeah, you could use hooks and magnets too. I would get extremely freaking claustrophobic. The other thing, I've got DIN mounted 24 volt power supply. I've got a DIN mounted outlet, DIN rail mounted breakers and stuff like that. So once I can get this bench out of the corner and back where it belongs, I'm going to have, so there's going to be like an outlet here. I can just plug stuff in. There's going to be a breaker, and that'll turn on. I'm going to get a 5 volt power supply for it too, but it'll turn on, you know, DC power supplies for testing stuff. There's a lot of DIN mounted electronics, because it's an industrial standard, right? So being able to do stuff like that will be really handy for a workbench. All right, we got that part started to print. Yeah. The DIN mounted stuff that I have is like the outlets and stuff is thanks to Brad. It's been a while, knock on wood. All right, so we got save underscore config. All right, heat this extruder up to 220. Okay, guys, do you want to see the screen, or would you rather just see the printer at this point as we work through some of this calibration stuff? Real shame. I love it. Let's go over here. We'll even move you a little closer. Sorry for making you dizzy. Sneakers over the telephone wire, something different, I think. Depends on where you are, I suppose. All right. So let's just hit extrude and see which direction these go. Yeah. That's definitely backwards. Okay. Settings, hide backup files. Let's go down to extruder and go to direction. And let's reverse that. Okay.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
50 millimeters, 5 millimeters per second.
Evolution.
Grab a Sharpie marker. Drop a mark at 100. Drop a mark at 50. Right, so that's nowhere near fucking 50. In fact, that's right at 10.
future.
Uh,
Error. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
gear underscore ratio. What is it? 9.5 to 1 is what we saw. Save and restart. All right. So. $50, $100. And dashboard. Set temperature. Nah, it's a flat front. I don't know how much I like that because it kind of really, it's got to pull in air from down here and up here around that. All right, so $50. Yeah. Let's go over here and type HGX extruder Klipper. So rotation distance, gear ratio, 44 to 14. Okay. Copy. I'm gonna steal this information from this arch type thing. All right. Now that we've stolen that, let's remark this while it heats up. And then we'll test it again. This is looking promising. This is looking promising. Ain't right. Holy shit, I think we've got it, folks. The 50-15 tool head on there. Yeah, does the 50-15 tool head clear all of this, or is it run into that? All right, so let's hit extrude again and see how far off from 100 we are. Dead nuts on. I think we got it, boys. All right, let's retract this filament. Retract again. You lose 2 millimeters on X. That ain't too bad. All right. So now we've got to figure out our Klipper screen. Why in the fuck that's not working? Yeah. Probably something I'll just tinker with off screen. You guys want to print a benchy and then call it? I think Down Under Maker's going to be streaming here in about 45 minutes, so we got enough time to print a benchy. Benchy time. All right. Let's grab the 5 kilogram spool holder. Get our pink PLA back out. We need to probably check and see what kind of print start stuff this thing has in it. Let's grab some PTFE tube. All right, let's grab Orca Slicer. What is going on? I thought I had the NG in here. All right. What's the NG's? $121. Okay. We'll set this up here. Oh, it's generic. Just ELA. Benchy. Slice plate. No. BD sensor's not calibrated. Good call. Okay. That's loaded. Cool down. Forgot about the BD sensor. Hopefully that doesn't take long. Let's go look up the BD sensor. All right, let's go over here. Machine. Burner config. Let's see what we got. I don't know why we got firmware retractions in here. auto calibration. One. Save and restart. All right, let's see what it does. Thanks. That first one was rough. Worn out cap. Yeah. All right. We're gonna redo this again. 'Cause that was see what this says. All right, let's see. Homo. Interesting. All right, let's take this to Z1. See how far that. Yeah, it looks about right. All right. Now, kind of print start does this have in here? Print start. All right. Let's go over here. If your print macro support chamber and print area. Okay. Slice plate. Timer, yeah. No. How fast can this thing print? What is it? Set up for motionability. All right, we'll run it on the speed benchy profile. It says it's 17 minutes. Let's see what it does. Print. Upload and print. What is going on, man? OBS is acting stupid again. It's been lagging off stream for you? That's weird. Has it been lagging for anybody else? It's not letting me upload. Says could not connect to Octoprint. HTTP 404 error. Message not found. Trace back. Most recent call. home/pi/moonraker environment/lib/python 3.1/site packages tornado web-line 1838. I don't. All right, well, I don't know why it's not letting it just send the file, but I just downloaded it and then uploaded it. We'll just hit print and see what happens. Yeah, we've got it sent to print now. I just manually uploaded it. I don't know what the issue is. It's clearly got a few bugs that need worked out still. It's running whatever print start that whatchamacallit had, so I'm not entirely sure what it's doing. does the start having this thing do? Wait 2 minutes for bed temp to stabilize. Just realized you're out of Mountain Dew. Hopefully the bed's not too far off of level. Yeah, really good thing it wasn't too far off the level, because holy shit does that thing stand close to the bed. We're way too far away from the bed. All right, let's, for the sake of not taking 2 minutes to wait on this, let's comment out that wait. We'll give it another go. Yeah, well, she's moving a little fast and shaking some things. Top of the build plate's only 0.5 C off of the heater, so that's pretty damn good. See if maybe I move it a little further back, if maybe that helps. Probably a little too close now. We are, I think, pushing this extruder, this hot end further than it can go. But she's printing a thing. So, while this thing finishes printing, in a couple minutes here, we're going to kick you on over to Down Under Maker. When I end the stream, it should automatically redirect you over there. I think he's working on the Delta Flyer still, not quite sure. Yeah, so I slice this with my Speed Benchy profile. It's way more than this hot end can handle, but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna kick over to Down Under Maker, but it is doing the thing, man. It's doing the thing. It's printing. We're gonna come back. Got a few things left to dial in on this. Got to get the Klipper screen up and working. Got to get enclosure on it. All that good stuff. Yeah. Yep, tuning in enclosure. Figure out why it's not letting me send files to it, that kind of stuff. Again, thank you to everybody who donated to make this project possible. Thank you to those that donated today. And yeah, other than that, guys, you guys have, you never donated once. Mum's the word. We'll be back. I'm not sure what the schedule is for tomorrow. But if not, I'll try to squeeze in a stream sometime during the weekend to work on the enclosure. But this entire project is made possible by you guys, the community. You know, and it's been a really fun build. It's been a journey. We'll just Havoc, what's going on, man? We'll sit here for a few more minutes and watch this do its thing. What'd you miss today? Working on configs and getting this NG pushing some plastic. Been a long road getting this together since Mike donated this Ender and the kit for it. It was summer. It was hot when he donated this stuff for it. So we're probably I don't know, coming up on 8 months now since Mike first donated the stuff for this, and he's got more holes in it than Captain Barbossa's ship. Or not Barbossa, Davy Jones's ship. But it's definitely been a fun build. I didn't use the Kraken in this, no. This is just a regular octopus. The Kraken is in a box over there. It's gonna get dedicated to all-wheel drive at some point here. We do have VZBot. No, I don't think anybody's sending me a kit for him. I don't know if anybody, I know Mello was making some kits for the VZBot at one point. I'm not sure if they're still making kits for that or not. But I'm gonna say they're probably not sending me one regardless. We have the Orbiter 2.5 should be here today for the Trident, and we will be putting that thing up on the workbench and hopefully getting that one going. Like I said earlier, the box turtle new extruders for that are out, so maybe I can But holy cow, $80 for 4 sets of extruder gears to be able to do that. That box turtle is getting expensive. Box turtle kit $300, enclosure kit at $200, another $80 for extruder gears. Like, things more expensive for the box turtle than it is to buy a P1 with the AMS. Have a good one, Luke. Rebuild your 2.4. Which one? I wouldn't have a problem doing that kind of project. Rebuild something for somebody. Anyway, guys, the 350. Let's talk about it. With that, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Kick you over to Down Under Maker. Stay right where you're at. You'll land safely, I promise. Y'all have a great day. Take it easy.